What's good, everybody? Happy Worship Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in today. I want to start by saying thank you so much to the people who donated and any contribution that was given to help feed the less fortunate in Guatemala. Thank you so much. It was such an amazing and truly a blessing experience for me and for my children as well. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate it. So today I want to speak very quickly about the message that I gave when I was out there. My father asked me to speak a word into these people's lives and just to provide a message for them. So I want to give you guys the same message because I thought it was really good. Even though in the moment I was OD doubting myself, but I realized how good it was after hearing myself, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So basically, I'm gonna start off with the dream I had a week prior to me traveling to Guatemala. The dream that I had, I was working in a supermarket, and one of my coworkers in the supermarket was like, "Here, Nicole, take these cupcakes." And I'm like, okay. And I said okay so quickly because I'm like, "Oh, the kids would love this. This would be great." So then he's like, "You know what? Take another pack." I'm like, "Me? Okay." So I took another one. I'm like, "Great. I can give it to my mom." And then he's like, "You know what, Nicole? Just take the bigger cake." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem." Then I started thinking about my grandmother. So the reason I'm saying the dream is because I asked God to provide me with the message that I needed to give to these people. And when he sent me that dream, I'm just like, what does this mean? And for days, I kept thinking about what this could mean. Then it hit me. It was like a blessing. The cupcakes and the cake were a blessing. And the reason that I was able to get an abundance of it was because the intent. God knew what my intent was with these cupcakes, because he knew I wasn't going to be greedy and hoard them and keep them for myself and eat all of them. No. He already knew what where my mind was when he was granting me these items, okay? Or these blessings, let's say. He knew that I wanted to give them away. He knew that I wanted to give to somebody else to make them happy and be a blessing to them as he is a blessing to me. So when I realized that message in that dream, I was like, oh, this is great, because what we were going to do, right, on this trip was be a blessing to families that are in need, right? And the thing about blessings, how beautiful it is that when we get blessings, God gives us all the blessings, whether they're spiritual, whether they're physical, all of those things. He gives it to us with no problem. There is no problem. Yes, it may take some sacrifice and things that you got to do to get there, but you will get them. There is no issue for him to give them to you as long as you're following the right path and, being faithful to him. So now the reason I'm saying that is because when we get an abundance of blessings, that tends to overflow our cup in blessings, which is a beautiful thing. But what happens when things start to overflow? Obviously, things start to get messy. It can ruin the wood on your table when a cup is overflowing. It can make a big mess. So the whole point is that when we receive so many blessings, it's important to be a blessing to somebody else, because then we make room for even more blessings to come in. Because if your cup is overflowing, there's no room to give you more. So, and now, not just that, if you're not giving them away, you're hoarding it. What are you going to do with all of that? It's better to be a blessing to other people. You just feel better. You feel good about yourself. And you know what? That's God's work. So then it brings me to this scripture in 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8. And it says, "And God is able to make every grace overflow to you, so that in every way, always having everything you need, you may excel in every good work." You may excel in every good work. So when you have these blessings and you give them away to the people who are in need, you are excelling. He's provided you with these blessings so that you may excel in the will that he has on you. Now, when I say to give away these blessings, it doesn't necessarily mean like I'm going to go out and give $100 to everybody. No, I may not have that money, number one. Number two, it is not always monetary. Maybe somebody just needs a hand. Oh, Nicole, come help me fix this real quick. Oh, Nicole, can you help me babysit? Nicole, do you think you can just listen to me for a second? I just need some advice. All of those things can be a blessing to somebody else. Something as simple as smiling at somebody in the street. Hey, good morning. Holding the door. Maybe buying somebody a coffee. Simple things. It doesn't have to necessarily be like, okay, I'm gonna give out $1 million. No, if you got the funds, you want to donate it to somewhere, beautiful. If you're able to do that, because God knows what you're able to do. And God has given us all certain gifts to be blessings to other people. So that's kind of the message that I was giving when I was in Guatemala speaking to, the people that we were giving the food to, that we have to remember to be blessings to other people. Okay, that is the will of God. That's what his work is. That's why he gives us abundantly, so that we may give abundantly. Okay, so I just want, like I said, I want to make sure that we understand that to me, it's not monetary. It could be literally anything, right? It's just as simple as my dream, giving out cupcakes to my mom and my sister. I'm not my sister, my mom, my grandmother, and my kids. There I was being a blessing, because giving them this little piece of cupcake or this piece of cake, they were going to be happy. See, the thing is, God will give you an abundance of blessings when he knows your intent. When he knows the intention behind it. Okay? That's when you start to overflow, because it's like, ooh, look what God's doing. Let me show somebody how God is moving in my life, so that they may believe that God can move like this in their life. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the intention behind like what you're going to do with what you have. Okay? So I hope this word has blessed you on today. Like I said, have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. Be blessed, okay? And subscribe, like, do what you got to do, and share it with a friend that needs a word. Bye, guys.